We are headed out here on Yukon Valley today. For what reason, you might ask? Honestly, I don't know. It felt like this map was calling our names, and last time we were here, we got our first ever albino red fox. Plus now, we have Shadow and the luck she tends to bring along, so who knows what could be waiting on us out here, but it just felt like today was the day to go and hunt Yukon, and we'll see if that turns out to be true. And a bit of a rare opportunity leads straight to a level 5 caribou. What on earth? Of course he's spooked. We're looking at all these over here and there's like nothing. And he was literally like he was behind the blind? That's a big rack, I believe. Not like huge rack, because he doesn't have the bladed back tines. But I wonder, can we get him to stop? So our big game rifle today is the 30-06, which just feels like the perfect caliber for a caribou. Still fleeing, but if we can get him just to go nervous in sight, at any range, I feel like we're comfortable with that 30-06 to get him. So, see if he's maybe going to do it before he goes down below the hill. Not in this case. Gotta keep an eye on him and see what he's going to do. Nervous out there around 250, so we also have the 22. Just going to make sure we're not going to hit him when we do this. Shoot out ahead of them. That's got him alerted. Gonna 0 for 300. Keep it a little low. And that should have punched into a lung. Looks like it got him. And we'll see if he's going to make it. I don't even think I finished my sentence, because I was so surprised that we had a level 5 running out from behind that blind. I was saying a rare opportunity to hunt caribou in their drink time. So often, we come here to Yukon and it's, you know, maybe late morning, bison drink time, moose drink time, or even into the afternoon. We almost never get these early morning Yukon servers. And literally one fast travel, we started out up here in the Crimson Plain, no caribou at this lake, it's the only place we checked, jumped over to here, level 5 right in front of us. Looks like he made it maybe about 80 meters from the impact, and the question is, will he top that 430 mark? I'm not exactly sure what to look at. This is, you know, I guess towards the lower end. I'm hoping for like 440s. Oh, he's a 413. I thought he was gonna be bigger than that. Kind of narrow set. Let's go into the true score and take a look here. Main beam length was 128. Length of tines at 88. Circumference, width of palm. Inner spread at 31 is probably low. And I think the number of points maybe could have been better. So, I mentioned that hunt where we shot the albino red fox the last time we were here on Yukon Valley. What's interesting is, that hunt basically started with a troll plains bison. I think it was our second kill. So, hopefully that's a good sign. If we get trolled again here at the start of the hunt, hopefully there's something else, you know, that doesn't end up breaking our hearts somewhere along in this hunt as well. I mean, okay, a legendary wolf. We're kind of looking for bison. What was that, 37 to 39 it said, and we're in the same situation. 30-06, gonna try to alert it with the 22. And see if we can land this shot around maybe 175 meters. That's an awkward angle. Oh boy. I did not like that animation we just got. I hope we didn't hit the skull. Second shot's gonna be just fine. I don't know if that was a warning call or what he just did. He like, I couldn't tell what it was, but he moved his head upwards, which shouldn't have resulted in that being a skull shot. What I think it's gonna be, and I hope it's gonna be, is like almost through the brisket, like down low. We'll see. And of course, every other wolf just freezes in place because that's what multiplayer wolves do right now. Man, I hope we didn't mess that up, especially after getting trolled. It would be really unfortunate for one to get killed by a plains bison that seems to be stuck running around the water, but for two, to mess up one that actually would make it. We won't be able to make any determination from the blood, because obviously it wasn't a brain shot, skull, or, you know, through the bottom of the chest. Both would just be flesh hits. Fingers crossed here. Oh, not only do we screw it up, square in the nose. I don't quite understand how that happened, but he was a troll anyway. 38.88. Second shot, lower neck and left lung. What a ridiculous start to this hunt. So, to be clear, it's not necessarily, those were back-to-back kills, but it's not as if they happened just a couple of minutes apart. They were around 30 minutes apart. Just kind of running around looking at plains bison. Haven't seen a max estimate, or max weight estimate anyway, bison yet. And just been waiting for something to pop up. First pack of wolves has a legendary. 2 kills, 2 trolls. So finally, a non-max level animal here, and it's the first 987 to 1200 kilo bison we've seen. About 300 meters out there. 270 if we range the ground at his feet. And we've got the 300 here, customized with the new wood from the Thanksgiving Cosmetics pack. Gonna go ahead and pop him with that. No drama this time, no potential skull shots to ruin our metal. But I like this, just something a little bit different. We've run with all kinds of different combinations on the 300. This is the kind of stainless steel metal as well. I'm not even sure which cosmetics pack that came with, but I think it's a good little combo here. One thing is for certain, the start to this hunt has been nothing like what I could have even predicted. 171 score for that guy. Liver lung shot with the 300 at 274 meters. And I'm not even sure where to go from here. I feel like we've checked the vast majority of plains bison territory, and we are near the end of their drink time. So maybe we'll kind of just run around, check out some spots that we don't pass through very much. I'd like to go down through here, but I think we're going to wait till moose drink time. So we'll just kind of wander around, see what we stumble into before then, and eventually make our way down south there. And, you know, I think we've been missing out by not hunting down in this area more in the past. There are caribou down here. There was a moose resting somewhere right up here in this area. And I know they're going to drink at these little ponds. There's that moose. There's also a level 6 female fox, which had a chance, I believe, at making gold 8 to 10 on the score estimate. So see if we can get that with the 243. And one other thing that's down in here that I never saw them, they flee kind of fast, grizzly bears. I didn't bring it up in the intro because I don't like mentioning a really low odds thing, especially in a multiplayer hunt. It's one thing to, you know, go out for a great one hunt when we're grinding for a great one, but I really still want an albino gold grizzly bear. We've come so close a couple of times. I think we were 0.2 away on our last one. I looked, that was 2.5 years ago now, and we still don't have one. So another thing we maybe could stumble into as we run around down here in the south, or maybe later on up in the dead forest, is grizzly bear and that potential for an albino. For now though, as we have a grizzly warning calling, it's a level 7. We'll have to settle for a level 7, or level 6 rather, red fox. Not sure where we hit on that. Hopefully it's going to be something decent. Our fox is a gold, 10.05, imagine that. Hard shot it. Didn't think it was going to make it, to be 100% honest. And then as for our bear, looks like he's dead already. You know, I thought he may have dropped, and it looks like that's what happened. The spotting went away really quickly, but maybe it was just the way he fell since he was standing up. It looked like he moved. Shot him through the heart there with 300. Not too bad. Our first grizzly of the day is a gold. And right as we went to claim that, I saw another one somewhere down here on the east side of this pond. That's going to be it there. Just a level 2 female. But good to know, there's still grizzlies all over this area in the south. That'll be something to keep in mind for the rest of this hunt and any future hunt here on Yukon Valley. Admittedly, this is probably something we should have found out a long time ago, but going all the way back to the Reventuli Coast release back in, I guess, June of 2022, when all the population redistributions and resets happened, one thing that obviously occurred is a significant increase in the amount of animals down here in the south on Yukon Valley, and we've been just missing out on that by hunting in these other spots. Should be a long shot there, I think, and he is starting to go down. So, another thing to kind of add to the list here, a solid moose, and we still have a couple more of these little ponds on our way over here. We definitely got to go, maybe whether it's today or in a future hunt, down to this area a couple of times on multiple servers. There's just so much down here to potentially encounter. And what should be a gold moose being added to the list, 209 there, right long shot with the 300. Gonna move on down to these next couple of lakes, and we'll see. I mean, it's still 1330. We got plenty of time for moose to drink, and hopefully there's gonna be more of the same. I can only imagine that's gonna be the case down here in these mountains. Red fox, grizzly bear, caribou, moose, it's all down here. And in good numbers. It's not like there's 2 or 3 of them. We're seeing them everywhere. And a just now track from a max weight red fox. Gotta think we spooked him probably when we shot that bull moose or in the process of tracking him. Run tracks, he has to be. right down here in front of us. I kind of think he may run the same direction that cow moose just went. And with the snow, I am quite frankly surprised we can't already see it. Unless he spooked a little longer ago than maybe it would appear. Because I don't see him coming up out of there. Oh, he actually cut down. Maybe going right along the lake there. We'll be able to find him. It might just take a second. I think that's going to be our fox there. Oh, a level 7. And definitely a little longer than a second to find him. Made it tough. I don't know where that could have possibly hit to not be a lung. And I'm pretty sure he's way down over the hill by the time we get that shot. Curious to see where that 243 round hit, but it's definitely a good sign. We've now had, you know, multiple big animals down here. And of course, we started the hunt with 2 trolls. Was kind of hoping that was going to be our redemption, you know, after having the 2 trolls to start, but just a little level 7 and basically the minimum that he could be. Let's see, I really felt like that shot could have found its mark. Just a flesh hit. And the 243 didn't quite punch through to a lung. I think we're probably a touch high anyway. Maybe we're too used to using the 44 lever action, I'm not sure. But here's a 12 scoring red fox. And for, I don't know, months now, anytime that we find one, we typically find something cool later on in the hunt. So after the way this hunt started, I don't know how many more, you know, potential diamonds and things we could find, but maybe there's one more waiting on us somewhere out here on Yukon. Think we found it. Another piebald cow moose. This just, I guess they're not terribly rare, so maybe I shouldn't be surprised. But it's nearly every time we hunt a moose map. If we don't find something else during the hunt, piebald cow moose are there to save us. And, you know, looking at the rate of piebalds, at least for bulls, when we've done our moose great one grinds, in total we've killed over 4,000 moose, and while piebalds have been the most common rare, by no means have the bull spawns been common, but yet, this is such a frequent occurrence for us. I don't know what to think about piebald cows, but we'll take it. I mean, literally, where did we kill that fox at? Probably, he ran a decent distance. Let's just even go to where we shot him. 400, maybe 500 meters maybe, to where the actual cow was standing. A rare right after our 12 scoring fox, go figure. So there she lays, and not only do we have a rare after our 12 scoring fox, we also have something significant on our first real trek through this southern area since everything's actually been changed. So I want to see if we can push Shadow into a kind of decent spot for a photo. Our moose landed in a good spot, and we have some snow left over. I think that could kind of work. Not the greatest ever. Sure shows the size difference. And maybe something we can use for the stream intro screen, if nothing else. As for our cow, a right long shot at 221 meters. Piebald cow moose yet again. And there's unfortunately no reason to tax it. We've gotten so many of them, and frankly, if we suddenly really needed one, I don't think it would be terribly hard to get one again. Just go to a moose map in multiplayer and run around for a while. But we'll take it. That's all these lakes down here in the south. We may just kind of scurry through the mountains a little bit longer just because it's been so kind to us thus far, but pretty cool, and like I said, good to know. We're going to come back down here anytime we hunt Yukon in the future. Well, I would have been remiss if we didn't get Shadow involved in this hunt, and that was a score estimate 7 Harlequin duck. I kind of thought it maybe was a piebald, I'm not sure, but 7.2 is diamond, and if she can go and recover that, oh, never mind. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. I really wanted to see if we could get a duck at some point today, and you can see on the Hunter Mate, we have that multiplayer glitch that will happen, where your dog just kind of circles you no matter what. Literally just a minute ago we crossed this bridge and she was perfectly fine. And I guess at some stage we got that, so we gotta be our own retriever. Luckily for us, it wasn't terribly far. That is a piebald for sure. 7.05, so not gonna be a piebald diamond, though we have one left lung shot. I don't know how we pulled that off, especially considering we shot... Oh. Well, that's weird. The right lung is highlighted. We shot through the left lung. Not a bad sized piebald harlequin. We will definitely take that. Little bonus kill that sadly Shadow could not assist us in recovering. Well, sad to say, no Oh boy, fireworks to wrap up with this hunt. Didn't see that moose though. Thought for a second there maybe there was going to be. But looks like we'll be wrapping up with what I'm imagining is a 260-ish bull. We'll go ahead and try to alert him with the 22. About 280 out there or so. We may even want to respawn him. Just because the distance will update, I think we'll stay zeroed for 300. See if we can drop this in there. That'll do. And that, barring some kind of other thing running out in front of us, will be the last kill of our hunt. And just a crazy hunt on Yukon Valley, as seemingly the last couple have been. We begin with a troll caribou. Follow that up with not only a troll wolf, but a troll wolf that we shot through the skull. So we would have messed up the diamond even had he been big enough. And still sandwiched in the middle of all that towards the end is a piebald cow moose, continuing the legend of 12 scoring red fox, somehow leading to some kind of cool kill after getting them. In this case, immediately after getting that 12 scoring fox. And nice to wrap up with what is definitely going to be a better kill. I think it was that level 3 bison that we were going to shoot, or maybe there was one that was up to 161 or something like that. Could have been that guy. Much better instead. A big gold bull moose, heart shot him with the 300. Just gotta get up here and figure out where he ended up. And in fact, he is down right over here. So just a wild sequence of events. And despite the fact that we did have 2 max level animals and a piebald, no trophy lodge trip for us, a 249 score for him, by the way. But as I mentioned, we've had enough piebald cow moose. I don't think we need another one, nor do we have room for one in the lodge anyway. And sadly, both of our max levels trolled. So I definitely want to get back out here to Yukon, hopefully sometime in the near future. If we can, spend some time down in that southern portion of the map, I really think we could pull some trophies out of there. And we'll see, hopefully sooner rather than later, we can come back and attempt that on multiplayer again. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.